All right, we're coming to do a somewhat of an unboxing and installation initial view of the Wosports, whatever, G600 4K. It's a digital wildlife trail camera. This is not a cellular camera. This is just a regular SD card camera. Excuse me. They did send this to me. I did not pay them for it, but they did not pay me for it either. So we're going to give you my actual opinion of this. I have opened it up, messed around just a tiny bit of it so I don't have to fumble through the video. I can give you my initial opinions of it. Just taking a look at the box right now. So when you open it up, it comes packed this way. Mine got shaken up quite a bit, so some of the parts were jumbled around, but the actual camera here is in this little foam bag. I'll come back to that in a second. I am out here actually at our spot. I'm going to put this up. I didn't have time to film it before I left, so we're going to do it right now. Out in the field, out in the woods. You have an owner's manual. It's not actually this long. It's in at least 2 or 3 different languages. So we'll look at that here in a second. Pull the cradle out. I'm sorry for the stability of this footage. I forgot to bring tripod with me for this, so we're gonna have to hold it. Pull the cradle out. It does come with a strap for trees or poles, and this is a permanent mount option, which I thought was interesting. Just a plate there, a bracket. Oops, excuse me. A plate down here, bracket. You would screw this end through here and use the bolts to hold it in place, and this end goes in the mount of the camera. Came with anchors and screws for that, and it did come with its own SD card. I just don't trust SD cards if they're from someone else, so here's one of ours. I appreciate that they included that, but as a IT security thing, I just don't want to use that, so I brought my own. It does say it's a 32 gigabyte. Let's see what mine is. Mine is a 4 gigabyte, but I think it's going to be okay for what we're doing here. We'll take a quick look here at the manual. It is in pretty good English. There are a couple interesting or funny things in here, spellings or mistakes. Just gives you a generic overview of everything. Things like this. I don't know if it'll focus, but it says nylon strap with buckle. I guess the X is for ×1. All right, my bad. You can have things like this: product structure, STRCTURE. But overall, it's pretty good. You can figure out what they're trying to say. So this does use 8 AA batteries. I'll show you how to put the batteries in and the SD card in. And it does have a nice screen, so you can actually preview pictures. I don't know if this screen is as good as the quality it can take, if that makes any sense. So let's say it can take 4K video. I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know if the screen can support 4K, if that makes sense. Overall, it seems pretty simple to operate once you get the hang of it. Your first step is to set the clock and the date. You can choose if you want a picture, a video, or both. 5 megapixel, 16 megapixel, 36 megapixel size. And then the video quality. How long you want the interval to be between the sensor being triggered, how sensitive it needs to be, and the flash mode so you can save your time. Now here's something I don't entirely understand. The active time. Oops, sorry. The active time. I'm trying to fight the stabilization here. Well, I'll just read it, and maybe I'll include screenshots of these things. The active time, it says off, means you shut down the function. On, the camera would always work within the active time you set up. So I assume that means daily, if you only wanted to take pictures overnight, let's say, or between 6 a.m. and noon or something like that. You can also do a time lapse. You can format your SD card, choose your languages, the camera name, updates, The side PIR I think is pretty neat. You can set it so that if an animal walks through the side sensors, it'll trigger it to take a picture. So I thought that was neat. I'm going to use that function as well. So the last camera said, well, I'll put a card in for the video of the, I think it was a Tasco camera. It said that it needs to be mounted between about 2 and 3 feet, or excuse me, 3 and 4 feet off the ground. This one says 3.5 feet to 4.5 feet. Tree should be mounted about 10 to 30 feet away from the place being monitored. So it's a little bit different, but about the same. It gives you some FAQ. It's another thing I was talking about the language. Camera stops taking images or won't talk images. I assume it means take images. So there's a couple of those things mixed in here, but it's not too bad. And then this is all of the English manual. This is German, it looks like. And maybe Dutch, I'm not really sure. And Chinese or Japanese, or I don't really know what this is, but it's somewhere in there. So there's the initial manual. Let's look at the actual camera itself. We have the actual camera. There's a LED sensor right there, and then these are the PIR triggers, and I assume these are the flash on the side. I'm not sure there's any particular branding of camouflage here. This does have the spot for straps, an actual mount. You could hang it and then adjust the angle. Gives you your information. Just some standoff brackets, and it does also have that tripod mount as well. And it has a space to put a lock to hold the lid closed. So we'll open this up real quick. You have your control buttons: off, aim, on. Aim, again, is the setting menu, or to set it up. Eject is for the batteries. I have put batteries in here already, you see. Now this does stick right here, but if you just pull a little harder, it'll come out. It takes 8 of them. Nothing too exciting there. Sorry for the weird camera shots. And you push it until it clicks. Let me do that again so you can see. Push it in until it snaps. Like that. Down here there is a plug if you want to just hook up a 12-volt power supply. And on the side here is the SD card. This is a USB spot. I don't really know what that's for. It might say in the manual. I assume it's for updates, but I'm not really sure. So we'll get this thing turned on. And we'll get it turned on over here. You get Wosports. We're going to put the thing over it so it doesn't go too crazy. I need to put the card in. So we'll turn it back off actually. There we go. There's our logo. So my little SD card, I guess you can't focus on that. It'll take 2,479 pictures, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll hit M for menu. You get set clock date. You have to hit OK to enter into that. You just set it, no problem. Hit menu to go back. Photo, video. I'm going to do just photos right now, but use the up-down arrows. Do that. There's your interval setting. I have it set for 10 seconds. I think I'm going to bump down to 5 because that's what the other camera is set for. Sensor level, we're going to put on high. Flash mode, I have it at long range. We'll just leave it at that for right now. We'll see how it does with the batteries. Active time, I just want to leave off. I don't want it to turn itself on and off. Time lapse off. Format I don't need to do, and I don't want to reset it. Language is already in English. Camera name I'm just going to leave alone. And the side PIR I do want on. And then software update we don't need here. And this just tells you the version of it. It's just version 1.1. So we'll come out here and we'll get it mounted up on a tree. And then I will interject some pictures of just some test pictures I did of the chickens. So we'll come right back. So before I get into placing the camera and then sample shots of the camera in place, I wanted to insert a few here of some test pictures I took of the chickens. I know in my other video about the Tascam camera, it did not pick up the chickens. I think it's because they were behind the fence. But here it did. It did a pretty good job too, as well as the dog walking by. So I just want to hop in here real quick. Move back to scheduled programming. All right, so we've got it mounted up over here. I don't like this angle. I think I'm gonna try to find something to put behind it to push it forward just a little bit. There's an entry to a quarry over there. Has some water. There's a trail. I like this area. I don't want it to be in the sun. So over here, it's at least blocked by the trees a little bit. I think we're gonna hit really early sun over here. But we're just gonna try this. We're gonna leave it here, see how it works. In a little while, we'll come back and show you. Here are just a couple pictures that the camera actually grabbed of some deer as they walked by. There is one picture where it grabbed a chipmunk running by, but otherwise all it grabbed was the deer and then of course me leaving. I'm not sure if there just wasn't any other animal close enough, or if the sensing was off, or the settings were changed, or what. But we did get to see the deer. We know the deer are there, so that's great news for us for the hunting season. And the picture quality I think is pretty good, and this is on the low setting. I've actually gone out and I upped the setting to medium, and we'll see what that resolution looks like when I go out next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.